Hot off the presses, Men's Adventure Quarterly, number 10, and Paperback Parade, number 120. Men's Adventure Quarterly got a little bit catching up to do. But here's the two issues just came out, and we're going to take a look at them now. Men's Adventure Quarterly is the Vietnam issue. Vietnam War, Vietnam era. And it's got incredible articles and great art showing all about Vietnam, the politics behind it, the stories of the soldiers fighting, and articles that were in the Men's Adventure magazines at the time. The communist threat from North Vietnam, and the battles that were raging, Khe Sanh, and of course after a while, when Saigon fell in 1975, the soldiers that fought there. And this is all Men's Adventure Quarterly stuff, so you take a little bit of it with a grain of salt, but it has some great artwork and great stories. And it has a story by A Green Beret Tale by Mario Clary, which was actually Mario Puzo. So this is Mario Puzo, who wrote for Mark Goodman's Men's Sweat magazines. There's stuff in here about Sergeant Barry Sadler of the Green Berets, who came out with the song, the Ballad of the Green Berets, and also wrote stories in the Warfare Hero series of the Immortal Soldier. So there's all this great stuff in here. There's also some pictorials on Raquel Welch, who was the good girl of the Vietnam era. And it's a great, unbelievable art. Art is so great. This is put out by the way, Bill Dees and Bob Dees and Bill Cunningham, who put out. This is the 10th issue, and this is a terrific issue. It's just amazing. Beautiful, beautiful design, artwork, and here's some things about some ads for their Ron Lesser book. And for Pulp Fest, which is going to be in August near Pittsburgh. And it's just a feast for the eyes of all the things during Vietnam, the fighting, the different tunnel rats are in here. Here's the different Vietnam books, paperbacks that were series, that were the Tunnel Rat series. So many different ones. Suicide Squads. It's just so much great stuff here. A lot of the Vietnam veterans who wrote during that era, some of them have their stories and articles reprinted in here. So that's like true war fiction, true war stories. This is a gallery of covers of Men's Adventure magazines dealing with Vietnam. It was a rough, nasty war, and it was a tough time for this country and for people, mostly for the guys that had to fight over there and did a great job doing it. Here's the tunnel rats, some of the tunnels, the way that they were configured by the Vietnamese, North Vietnamese, and the guys that had to go in there. Lucille and me knew one of the fellows that she worked with was a tunnel rat. Small little guy, used to go into the tunnels. Vicious fighting. So this is a terrific magazine, terrific issue. Raquel Welch. Okay, Raquel Welch. She was the doll of here she is in the white go-go boots and the short skirt. Here she is with Bob Hope. She went with Bob Hope to all the shows for the troops. And this is just a wonderful, wonderful issue, number 10, in their excellent line of books and magazines that they put out. We're going to put the information below in the description where you can order. You should definitely order a copy of this and get the whole series. They're all terrific. They have wonderful, wonderful artwork and wonderful stories and things that you never see before and you don't see anyplace else. And while I'm at it, I just want to let you know about the latest issue of Paperback Parade. This is number 120, and it's only our 38th year of publication. So, just only 38 years I've been putting this out. But it's got some really good articles on Harold Macaulay, who did a lot of the science fiction cover art for the William Hamling's magazines, Imaginative Tales and Imagination, and even Other Worlds. And he did artwork for, he worked with Howard Brown and Earl Kemp and a lot of that Chicago group, Ray Palmer, editors, and that's all in this article about his artwork and how he started, because he loved science fiction, and he kind of did the science fiction girly art, and he did a few sleeves covers, but and then it have articles on Armed Service Edition books, books that mirror the Armed Service Edition, Comanche Chaser, which is a terrific novel, Western novel. Kurt Brokaw comes back with 3 issues of his books about noir, that the books were made into film noirs, and he talks about those books. Blonde Baggage is one of them, The Killer Inside Me. Pearl Buck is also highlighted in this issue by Graham Andrews, and it's interesting a look at Pearl Buck and her writing. And there's an article on Brian Moore by Jim Fitzpatrick. Brian Moore, originally, he's a literary author known today, but originally started out, he wrote 3 kind of sleazy, hard-boiled crime novels that he kind of disowned, but now they're very collectible books, and they're really well done, really great stuff. And John Jakes, an appreciation of him and his work, Brack the Barbarian, much of his science fiction, fantasy, with also mentioning his historical novels. And an interesting series of Italian books, that little hardcovers, Grisanti, that may not have heard of, that interesting. A lot of American authors were published in those series. So Paperback Parade and Men's Adventure Quarterly, at an outlet near you. Get them now, while they're hot off the presses. I know you'll enjoy both of these magazines, but you know what? Get Men's Adventure Quarterly. Support them. They're doing a great job. And Bob and Bill are terrific guys, and they always do a magnificent job on content, on art, on the text and stories, and on design. Bill Cunningham's an excellent designer. So all of these 2 magazines, I hope you get both of them, and I know you'll enjoy them. So until next time, see you later, alligator.